记得那是下雪，我们一起入眠，我说要过这些冬夜，冰冷的手把我温暖起。凌晨2点16分，我有一幕了，我看了之前你收藏爱听的歌。久久未能晴天，黑色毛衣，白色风车，有一些秘密想在浪漫天乐的一说。
听一个，为什么会有这个？
试着加快步伐去找回你，装上我的行李，奔赴大地，还藏了一口袋谜语。Looking for you， 好寒星号 Looking for you。复苏花儿为你盛开，新透明为你疗白，无影不会是阻碍，我会把你找回
来。And I think Lynn is ready, so I'll ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, please be seated. We've come here today to be witnesses of a very special event in the life of this beautiful couple who you know very well, Lynn and me, and to rejoice with them. We're here to celebrate the most special event of their life, which is their marriage ceremony. And as everyone knows, marriage is one of the most challenging of human relationships. It requires a lot of trust, patience, honesty, and above all else, a sincere commitment on the part of two human beings to seek ever deepening levels of intimacy, love, and understanding. So in the beginning of the ceremony, I would like to ask Yi and Lynn a few questions. So, Yi and Lynn, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to one another in marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. And do you promise to love one another as husband and wife for the rest of your lives?
Yes.
Very good answers. Didn't hesitate. Give it a applause. As we all can imagine, a very special feeling brought this couple here today. And it's a feeling that we all know because we all experience it from the very beginning of our life. And of course, we are talking about love. And we experience love in all its shapes and forms because when we are born, we learn to love our parents, our mother and our father. And it's a very strong kind of love that we carry in our hearts as children throughout our entire life. And when we grow up a little bit, we realize we have brothers, sisters, grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles, and we love them as well. And this is yet another kind of love that we share with our family members throughout our life. And of course, we share a love of friendship with many, many people, probably hundreds of people. But when we grow up and become mature adults, we realize we still have a lot more of that feeling left in our hearts. But this love is very special because this love can be shared only with one person and for the rest of our lives. And today, you and Lynn, you're standing in front of each other and your families and friends because you found that very special person who you will be sharing your love with for the rest of your lives. You found one another, your other half. And this is a great joy. But love is not just a feeling, because if we look at love as a feeling, it may depend on other feelings or emotions, like our emotional state, sometimes it's up and down. The weather, we don't know what happens tomorrow, I don't know, stock market. But when you look at love as a very special commitment, the kind of commitment that does not have an expiry date, because that commitment lasts for the rest of our lives. This type of love becomes so much more meaningful, stronger, and happier. And it is that kind of love that brought Yi and Lynn here today, based on commitments, on respect, self-sacrifice, because you build this wonderful relationship together. And in a few moments, you will exchange those commitments with each other, and we call them marriage vows. And they will be very special words in your relationship, because you will pronounce them today, but today is just the beginning. You will be saying them to each other every day of your life. Even if you don't remember every single formal word of these marriage vows, you can express them in your own words. Every morning when you wake up and look at each other with a smile, you're repeating those marriage vows. Every time when you say, I love you, you're repeating marriage vows. Every time when you do something for each other, whether you sacrifice your time or anything you may have, you're again expressing those marriage vows. So keep saying them to each other in one way or another every day, and I would say continually. And your marriage will be not just a very happy one, but also will be a good example to other couples. We've gathered here today in the name of your love. And we as people, we all about love. I mean, we like to watch movies about love, read books about love, listen to songs about love, maybe listen to our friends' stories about love, and we ourselves have personal stories about love. But one wise man wrote something beautiful about love that I would like to share with you today. And this is what he said. Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. It is never boastful or conceited. It is not rude or selfish. It does not take offense and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's sins, but delights in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope, and to endure whatever comes. Love never ends. Dear Lynn and Yi, your friends are here today because they also know that your love will never end. And now, you're about to pronounce these marriage vows. And I just want to say something else about that. They will serve as an announcement, not just to your family and friends, but to the rest of the world, that from now on, you're becoming one couple, one unit, because that's what marriage is all about. And anyone who will ever meet you, they will always think of you as one, both of you. So may these marriage vows always remind you of all the great moments you've shared together as a couple, maybe some challenges you've overcome as a couple, but also especially the way you're feeling right now. So you take that feeling into the future. And may your future be bright and always be full of these positive moments of your life. And now, I'll ask you to say your vow first.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you to look Lynn in the eyes, hold her hands, and repeat after me. But with one condition, so everyone can hear you.
Yeah. I, Yi,
Take you in
take you in
to be my wife
to be my wife
and to share
all my life
all my life with
with you.
Its responsibilities
It's responsibilities
and freedoms,
and freedoms,
tensions
tensions
and trials,
and trials,
joys
joys
and pleasures,
and pleasures,
to cherish, to love,
to
to honor,
love, to honor,
and to respect.
and to respect.
This is my heart's
This is my heart
promise to you.
promise to you.
Well done. Your applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well, are you ready to do the same?
Sure.
Okay, that's good.
I
Take you
take you
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
and to
to
share
share
all my life
all my life
with you.
with you.
Its responsibilities
Its responsibilities
and
and freedoms,
tensions
tensions
and trials,
and trials,
joys
joys
and pleasures,
and pleasures,
to
to cherish,
to
to love,
to honor,
to honor,
and to respect.
to respect.
This is my heart's
This is my heart
promise to you.
promise to you.
Well done. Your applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Ian, you will now exchange the wedding bands. And as we all know, these rings have a very important meaning in the life of a couple. Because they don't just remind us of the commitments that we give to one another for life, but anyone who will look at your hand will know that you belong to one another and that you live in the heart of one another. So, I'll ask you to take Lynn's ring, and while placing this ring on her hand, please repeat after me.
Lin, with all my heart, I give this ring, a symbol of the vows we have made to each other, and it's the token of my love.
And the first ring is on.
Yay!
All right. And are you ready to do the same?
Yeah.
All right. So please repeat after me as you're placing this ring on E's hand. E.
E.
With all my heart,
With all my heart,
I give you this ring,
I give this ring
a symbol of the vows
a symbol of the vows
we have made
we have made
to each other
to each other
as a token
as a token
of my love.
of my love.
And the second ring is on. So dear E and Lynn, may these rings be for you a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love without beginning and without an end. And may they always remind you of the marriage vows that you made here today. And I will ask you to actually keep both hands together because I have the most formal words of my ceremony that you've been probably waiting for some time. So E and Lynn, inasmuch as you declared your willingness to be united in marriage, and have signified the same by the exchange of the rings and the vows in the presence of all of these witnesses. Therefore, I, by the power vested in me, by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, and the government of the province of Ontario and the Marriage Act, am honored and delighted to pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
凌晨2点16分，我有礼貌了。打开了之前你收藏爱听的歌，周杰伦的经典要3到100次风车，有一些秘密想在浪漫电台对你说。在曲折午夜空中最亮的星星，我试着加快步伐去找回你，装上我的行李奔赴大地，爱藏了一空待你。Looking for you。花为你盛开，心透明为你留白，乌云不会是阻碍，我要把你找回来。
Just a few more words I want to say to this beautiful couple. So, E and Lynn, because you have chosen a life together, may your joy deepen, may your wisdom increase. May a passion for life in each other intensify, and may a compassion and gentleness towards each other grow. May generosity to yourselves, each other, and your community be enhanced. May goodness abide with you always, and may you prosper together. I wish you a lot of love, happiness, mutual understanding and support always, and may every day of your life be filled with the smiles of each other. It is also my pleasure to give this document, which is issued by our province, to this couple, and I know they're in one or two for the rest of your lives. Congratulations.
是吧？加文库尔。
万物复苏，花儿为你盛开，心透明为你留白，乌云不会是阻碍，我要把你找回来。
好啊！
要是保家卫国的人，我真是什么效果？